Okay, year 7. We are moving on into algebra a little bit deeper today. We're going to be working out something called expanding brackets. Okay, this is a really important topic in algebra. You'll see it come up quite frequently, and it's really important that you're able to understand it. Okay, expanding brackets. Sometimes you might just see instructions that say expand. What they mean here is that they want you to remove these brackets. Okay, they want you to simplify this expression or just basically rewrite it somehow so that we're removing those brackets. And essentially, when you see a number or something, some sort of term that's right outside of some brackets, if they're right next to each other, see how this 2 is right next to this bracket? That means multiplication. So essentially what we're doing is multiplying, and what will happen there, when we multiply this out, we will be getting rid of the actual brackets, okay? So in today's assignment, today is Wednesday. Hopefully you're following the schedule well. If you're following it correctly, then today is Wednesday, the 13th of May. I only want us today to look at question 1 and 2. So this video will only go over questions 1 and 2, okay? I will work out a few of question 1 with you, and then we'll also look at a few from question 2. Okay, so today, what I want you to be doing for each and every question, you're going to need to draw the same set of boxes, really. So I'm going to look at question A, and I want you to draw a box that looks just like this, a long rectangular box, and we're going to split it in half. So for every single question today, you're going to need to draw a box that looks just like this, split in half, okay? And the reason for that is I'm going to take the values, so the value that's outside of the brackets, I want you to put outside of the box, and then the value inside the brackets, see how there's 2 different values in the brackets? One value goes on top of this box here, and the next value will go on the other box there. It's whatever is divided plus, minus, whatever the second value is after the plus or minus will go on top of that second box. And then I know you all know how to do grid multiplication because we have done it together in class. Remember I said that everything we're doing today, or when we expand these brackets, we're using multiplication. So I want you to times whatever's on the outside of the box by whatever is on the top of the box. Okay, there's a Math Watch assignment that I've given you that shows you how to multiply these things together. Okay, if I'm multiplying 2 times x, I just smash those 2 items together and I write 2x. Okay, but then in the next box, if I look at what's on top of the box and what's on the side of the box, 2, I'm going to multiply those 2 things together. So I need to multiply 3 times 2, which gives me a positive 6. Okay, and then whatever is inside of your boxes, we put those 2 things together, and that will be our answer. Okay, so our answer is 2x plus 6. So essentially what we've done is taken this expression, we've rewritten it. Notice now we don't have the brackets. We've rewritten it in a more simplified way without the brackets. Okay, so you'll follow that method for every single question below. Let's take a look at question D down below. Question D. Here. So remember I said we need to draw this box every single time. Whatever's on the outside of the brackets goes on the side, so 7 goes over here. Then 3x take away 1 goes on top. So 3x, I know there's 2 pieces of that, but that is joined together, 3x, that goes on top of the box. And then minus 1 is the next piece that goes on the top of the second little bit of the box. And remember multiplication, we're timesing everything. So here I want to multiply 7 times 3x. When I have this, I just need to multiply the values. 7 times 3 gives me 21. And then we have that extra x that just follows along. Okay, so 7 times 3 is 21, and then x just comes down. And then next I have minus 1 times 7 for this box. 7 times a negative 1 is a negative 7. And remember, whatever is inside of the boxes, you'll just rewrite together to come up with your answer. Okay, that's all there is to it. All right, if you want to freeze the video at this point in time and try B, C, and E on your own, now's a good time to do so. All right. And then I'm going to move on to question 2. Question 2 is similar, but also a little bit different. So in question 2, let's look at A. Okay, again, so I'm going to write out my boxes just like I told you we would for every single problem. And then here, what's outside of the box, I have 2x, okay? 2x, so that goes on the side. And then 3x is what goes on top of the first box, and plus 1 is what goes on top of the second box. Remember, we're multiplying, so I need to multiply the tops by the sides of each box. All right, here we multiply the numbers times the numbers, so 3 times 2 gives me 6. And then I need to multiply x times x. If I'm multiplying x times x, if you did your MathSwatch assignment, you'll know that we just count up how many x's there are, and then that would tell me the power of what I have. So x times x is x squared. So that's what I need to bring down into my box here, okay? That might be a little bit tricky at first for you to get used to, but hopefully you're keeping up with your MathSwatch assignments and watching those videos, which I think will be very helpful for you to understand that this is what needs to take place, okay? And then next we have, for this box, I have 1 times 2x. So 2x times 1 would be 2 times 1 is 2, and then the x just follows along. All right, the last thing we need to do is just combine those two things together. So I'll write 6x squared, and then plus 2x. The reason it's plus is because this is positive, and we're just combining everything together using an addition symbol, okay? It's a little bit tricky, I know, but I think you can get it if you work hard at it, all right? I'll do 2 more from this section with you, okay? I'll do question B, and then I'll also do question D, because that's a little bit tricky as well. All right, question B, I have 3x on the side of the box, and then on top of each box I have 4x. And then really make sure, I didn't really mention this before, but make sure you bring that minus, since it is a minus 2, okay? It needs to be written as minus 2. Here I have 3 times 4, which is 12. And then these x's, x times x again is x squared. So x squared goes inside the box. And then next I have 3 times minus 2, which is minus 6. But don't forget, we have that x that just needs to come along as well. And then my answer will just be 12x squared minus 6x. Just bring them together, just like I said earlier, okay? And then question D I will do with you, and then I want you to try the rest on your own. Question D, I have 3x, and then inside the boxes, inside the first, or on top of the first box, I have 2x. And on top of the second box, I have minus y. Okay, that's going to be a little bit different for us. So minus y there. Remember, we're timesing everything, we're multiplying. Okay, this one is very similar to what we did before. 3 times 2 is 6. X times x is x squared. And then here I have 3x multiplied times minus y. I know that this is really like minus 1y, so 3 times minus 1 is a negative 3. Then I have this x and this y. If I'm just multiplying x times y, I guess that's a different kind of x. I just can rewrite that, getting rid of the multiplication symbol. So I just smash the x and y together, and then it looks something like that. Okay, so I have 6x squared minus 3xy, and then I'll just bring those together and write my answer like so. And that's all there is to it, okay? It does start to get a little bit more complicated here, okay, girls? So be really careful and make sure that you're watching the videos and following along with MathSwatch if you need to, if you need a little bit of extra help. All of the assignments that I've given you on MathSwatch directly correlate with this. So if you're following along and using MathSwatch correctly, I think you should be able to be fine in this topic. So go try the rest of question 1 and question 2, and good luck.